Precious humans, I'm Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of July 11th through the 18th, 2021. And Mercury is now officially out of shadow, so things should start to already flow a little bit better, communication, ideas, things like that. And Mercury is now racing out of Gemini and into Cancer as we begin the week on the 12th. And so it's going to be making on the 12th this beautiful trine to Jupiter. This is where mind meets emotion. Mercury rules the mind. It rules how we learn and gather information. It's how we process all the mental ideas. And then you have Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. It's a water sign. It's also known for its emotion, its intuition, its nurturing. We just had the new moon in Cancer on Friday last week on the 9th. So hopefully we were looking at ways in which we can have greater self-care and also create more emotional stability for ourselves, for our family members, for those that we love. This is also a beautiful week ahead for us to initiate and act. Now that we may have set some intentions, maybe we decided to withdraw and just spend some time canoodling with our loved ones or with ourselves, or a good book, whatever it might be, maybe some food. But we have now Mercury, as I say, entering into Cancer, trining Jupiter on this day, which can expand our feelings of faith, of hope, of imagination, and that the communication of what our future could be like, what it can become, can actually bring us closer to a loved one. It can bring us closer to our higher self. It can bring us closer to our hopes and our dreams that we are trying to manifest. Pay close attention this day as well when our heightened intuition kicks in. Cancer is a very intuitive sign. And here comes Jupiter making this harmonious aspect to Mercury. And so this higher wisdom and this great love, universal love, can flow through us very effortlessly, even though I can't seem to say words. I made up a word the other day. It was kind of fun. It was innovation. It was a mixture between innovate and invention. I thought that was kind of fun. Anyways, all right. So back to our energetic astrological read here. But yeah, why not? Let's use intervention. I like it. So we're going to be innovating our intuition. We're going to be innovating the ways in which we communicate and connect. But this also gives us a real chance to get closer to others. It allows us to use our emotional body to manifest connection. It allows us to take the mind and fuel the ideas with emotion, which then brings in the manifestation. Mercury in Cancer also causes us, or encourages us, I shouldn't say cause, it motivates us to contemplate and discuss things that make us maybe feel vulnerable, make us feel real, like genuine. It can give us a greater understanding, not only of ourselves, but of another individual. This is a highly energized week for relationships. And this is a time that we need to trust our gut. So if you're single and you're meeting somebody for the first time and your intuition, your gut instinct says, oh yeah, they're the one, enjoy it. Now, try not to go so far into the future that you're already getting the U-Haul, but do pause for a little bit and just allow yourself to feel through it. And if something feels right, it probably is. This is also a time, if something feels off, it probably is. So trust your gut. If you're coupled and you are wanting to connect a little bit more with your beloved, and maybe there's some stuff going on in your family and your home life, this is a great time to talk about maybe some of your fears and insecurities that have popped up and walk through it together. And this can strengthen the bond in your relationship. This can also give you greater stability, because Cancer wants emotional stability, and it will find any way in any body in order to make that happen. Now, here's the big talk for this week. It is a Venus and Mars canoodling in Leo. This is setting us up for a 2-year cycle when Venus and Mars will canoodle in different signs. And with this energy of Leo, with what is happening, because we're working with a Mars dominant energy this time, is that this is going to give us this impulsive, action-oriented feeling. This is a great time to attract, so that's Venus, and to act, that's Mars. Venus is the symbol of feminine, Mars the feminine masculine. They are polarities that come together, pull apart, come together, pull apart. This is the dance of life. We know this, expansion, contraction. And so what we're doing with this energy, with Mars and Venus, is that they're attracting each other, and as a result of their passion, as a result of something that is driving them, then something of substance comes into existence. If you're trying to get pregnant, have fun, go practice. This is a great week for that. If you are, like I say, single, dating, get out there. This is a time where you could meet that person that you really want to enjoy and spend life with. If you're coupled, then not only go play and have sex, but also find ways in which you two can manifest something together. Because sure, all of us are fantastic by ourselves. We can do many things by ourselves, but it's so much more fun when there's someone you enjoy doing it with. This is also a time, if you're waiting for an invitation, do it. Make that invitation. If you are trying to initiate a project, anything creative that is just flown through the window at you, go and create. This is your, I'll say, cosmic green light. Get those creative juices going, express your truth, find ways in which you can play, and whatever that expression may be, it is going to attract a lot of attention. Enjoy the attention. Again, attract and act. That is the theme for this week. If you need to have conversations that are highly important, this is the time to do it. You need to get teams involved. This is the time to do it. Initiate and act. Now, we also have on the 14th, 15th, we have the Sun in Cancer trining Neptune in Pisces. This gives us an opportunity to be able to tap into some more mystical energies. It brings even more emphasis on the intuitive nature, the psychic realm, the unseen, that we can bring in and give us more information, more confirmation. It can also bring in inspiration, and this comes through the unconscious levels of ourselves. It also makes us really sensitive, and it gives a tendency to look at the good in everybody. Do pay attention that our rose-colored glasses are going to be easily worn during this time. So it's possible that we get a little blind to reality. Perfect for escaping if we just need to get away. So if you're on vacation or you've been working hard and you need to just get away for a little bit, a day or two, this is the time to do it. But do keep in mind, because we are in extremely sensitive time as well, moods can happen. We can absorb energy from other places and other things and not even realize it. So do take some time to escape into your own self-care or your place in which you can release some of that energy that you've gathered from other things. It also, I will emphasize, this is sun and water energy. So anything to do with sun and water, if you're not an outdoors person, I don't know what to tell you. I have a hard time relating. I'm sorry. I love being outside. So I can't think of a good analogy or something or good suggestion to make if you're not a sun and water person. It doesn't necessarily mean mountains and beach. That's not what I'm talking about. You can go to the mountains and be in the sun and near water. If there's a river, there's a lake. But again, get outside. That's the best way I can say it. If you're worried about absorbing energy, go out in nature and allow nature to sing to you. That is a great way to release a lot of it. So this is also a time of great empathy, which is going to be crucial as we move into the weekend, because 16th, 17th, we've got this T-square happening between the sun in Cancer, opposing Pluto in Capricorn, and then the moon is going to be in Libra for those 2 days. So we've got this square going on, this T-square, and it can create quite a bit of discomfort because when the sun is opposing Pluto, there's some sort of crisis that is involved, especially when we're working with Capricorn and Cancer. We're going to be dealing with control issues. And we know there is no such thing as control. However, when we feel out of control, it's not usually pretty. A lot of our feelings of manipulation or jealousy or power struggle take place. We want what we want and it's not happening. And oh my God, my life is going to hell in a handbasket. Perspective, people, perspective, and laugh. It's important for us to keep a light heart. It's going to be hard to stay light during these 2 days, especially because the moon is in Libra and it's going to feel out of balance. When there's a square happening, it creates tension. So there could be something that shows up that says, you have no control of this. Oh, now I'm thrown off center. And remember, Libra loves peace and harmony, but you can't have peace and harmony without some sort of war. Now, I say war, it could be literal, but I don't necessarily see that. It's more of this war between the head and the heart, or what I want versus what is actually happening, or what I want to happen, and now I have no control over making somebody or something happen, right? So this time could lead to some overreacting, some behaviors that could sabotage our success and our relationships that we started this week. So I'm giving you the forewarning. When this energy shows up, pause, ground, and remember that instant gratification is not always the best solution. We're dealing with cardinal signs. We're dealing with Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. Cardinal wants what it wants. It initiates. It's the beginning of a season. It allows us to feel as though we need to have what we want right now in order to feel as though we have some sense of control. Now, on the other hand, we can capitalize on this energy by manipulating. Manipulating is not always bad. I say manipulation can be a good thing. Think of the potter and the clay. You're manipulating the clay to form the substance or the item that you're working with. You can capitalize on this energy by creating a win-win situation. So it's a, hey, this is what I want, and this is why I want it, and how I can see it coming into play. However, I'm open to dialogue. I'm open to collaboration. We can capitalize on this Libra moon by collaborating and having this sense of we're all in this together. Let's not forget, we still have that Saturn-Uranus square going on, Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus, asking us, where can we bring in the collective group to manifest this new way of being? Now, it may be difficult to go with the flow that weekend. I get it, because we are wanting what we want and we want it now. But I will offer to you, please, please, if you can, take a breath, take a step back, and gain perspective. Because remember, I was talking to somebody the other day about art, and art is subjective based on the viewer. So consider our lives, what we experience, as this beautiful piece of art. And if we can step back and we see it in one way, and then we step back again and we see it in another way, as we change our perspective, we change our view, the art changes. Because what we're seeing and what we're viewing is an interpretation that our mind has created. And so we can easily, maybe not so easily, but if we allow ourselves, we could step back and we can gain other perspectives and other angles that weren't there. And we can, now, here's the key, and this is not an easy thing for Mercury and Cancer. If we can let go of the initial interpretation and we can be flexible with, hey, maybe there's another way of looking at this, maybe there's another way of approaching this, then what we can find is we can find that win-win situation. All right, now we finish this week, and we begin the following week with quincunxes, fun word to say. We'll have the moon opposing Uranus. So the moon will have moved into Scorpio on Sunday. It will be opposing Uranus. Mercury will quincunx Saturn. Chiron will quincunx the moon, and Neptune will quincunx Mars. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because these quincunxes are significant when it comes to energy. And think of it like a mosquito in the tent or a mosquito in your house or whatever. You can hear it buzzing around, but you can't figure out where it is, right? So it can be irritation. But irritation with a quincunx leads to productivity because quincunxes want to have some sort of energy pushing it to merge or to unite. Now, there could be a further emphasis of trying to link the mind to the emotions. And then as we have this irritation, if you notice, let's say you're working on a piece of art or you're working on fixing something in your home or whatever, right? Just think of it like solving a puzzle. There's frustration that gets involved when you keep bumping up against the same thing or you can't seem to get it fixed, if you will. But then as you continue to try different ways to fix it or you stay with the process, then suddenly the solution, or through time, the solution shows up. That's the quincunx energy that we're going to be experiencing on Sunday. So if you can please stay with that irritation, that frustration point, try not to project it onto another, and allow yourself to stay light about it and say, okay, I had practice the last couple of days on changing my perspective. How do I want to interpret this? Maybe I need to step back from this and look at it differently. I can laugh at myself and go, okay, I got pissed off, fine, whatever. Now I'll find a creative way in which I can bring this solution into a manifested form. All right, you guys, I certainly hope that this helps give you a little taste of what's coming. And like I say, this week's theme, attract and act. All right, have such a great week. Find me at jamiedawn.com. Like, subscribe, share, comment. And I look forward to connecting with you. Talk soon.